Hey guys, in this video I'll be going over 3-3, read and write decimals. In this lesson you will learn how to read and write decimals. So let's start off with this number 39.546. The numbers are placed into the place value boxes. And let's start off by writing these numbers into expanded form. So there are actually 3 different ways to write this decimal in expanded form. I'll show you. So the first way is the normal way that we are usually all taught. So we got 30, and then we have 9, and then we have 0.5, 0.04, 0.006. All right, that's one way. And then the next way is by writing it out as a fraction. So we have 30 plus 9 plus 5 over 10 plus 4 over 100, and then 6 over 1000. That is another way. And then the third way is by essentially multiplying. So this is how you would write it. So you have 3 times 10, because it is in the tens place, plus 9 times 1, plus 5 times 0.1, plus, or you can also write it as a fraction if you want to. And then we have 4 times 0.01 plus 6 times 0.001. All right? So 6 times 1,000, 1,000th. All right, now let's try to write this number in word form. And let's start off by reading the steps to do this, because there is an actual way of reading this number mathematically. So step 1, you read the whole number. This is the whole number. The numbers that are left of the decimal is a whole number. So you just read this normally, which is 39. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that down. 39. And instead of saying point, we say and. Step 3, read the numbers after the decimal as if they were a whole number. So we're going to read this as 546. And then the last step is very important. So you have to say the value of the last digit and the number. So 6 is the last value. So as you can see in this place value box is a thousandths, as in the thousandth box. So that's what you would say. So thousandths. Notice the THS at the end is not thousands, it's thousandths. All right, and one way to remember this, since sometimes it's hard, because sometimes you would just want to read it as 546 hundredths, but that's not the case. It's thousandths, okay? The way I remember is I pretend that there's a 1 right here, or something, and I just read it as thousandths, all right? So if we were to write, let's say 1.65, I would say 1 and 65 hundredths, because I'll just write that hundredth down there and it'll help me. But yeah, since this is in the hundredths place, that's how you would say it, 1 and 65 hundredths. Okay, let's work out these questions down here. So it's telling us to write each decimal number in expanded form and word form, and we have to write it in 3 different ways for expanded form. Okay, so the first one, we are just going to write it as the normal expanded form, so just like this version, okay? So we have We have 20 plus 3 plus 0.5 plus 0.08 plus 0.006. And then word form. So remember step 1, we read the whole number. So the number is to the left of the decimal. So 23 and then now we read the numbers right of the decimal. 586, and then now we have to mention the value of the last digit. So since this is in the thousandths place, we would write thousandths. All right, and the way I remember, okay, just like that. All right, so with this number 0.8026, we are to write it into expanded form the second way. So we are going to write it as fractions. Since we don't have a 0 in this place, that will be fine. We're going to write it as, first we're going to write 8/10 plus 2/1000, and then 6/10,000. And the way I remember, I do that. Okay, so 10,000. Let's write in word form. In word form, it would be starting with 0. So, and for the decimal. And then we write it as a normal number. So we have and 8,026. And now we have to say the value of the last digit and the number. So I already put this as my guide, and I know that this is 10,000th. So we're gonna write that 10,000ths. Yep. Last number 76.002. And this one we are doing the multiplication method. So we're gonna write it as, let's write it as a fraction, multiplying by fractions. So we have 7 times 10 plus 6 times 1 plus 2 times 1 over 1,000, right? So that's how you would write it. In word form, we're gonna read the whole number first, which is 76. And for the decimal, and we have 2, and I'm gonna have to do this, which is 1,000, so, and 2 thousandths, because the 2 is in the thousandths place. So yeah, that concludes 3-3.